Yeah, I have no
Speak your
idea
mind.
how
You
this
feel
guy
free.
gets even anywhere near.
So is the Premier League not the best league in your opinion?
Yeah, but I don't understand how goals against Sheffield United, Burnley, Everton, or whoever is worth as much as,
It's not
or should be
easy.
worth more.
Kurt knows that what he did was smart. That he drugged like 5 players into the box, allowed Rodri to
And
go.
it's Rodri.
So I
Yeah.
need to relive that, Hamza. Okay, this is obviously getting a bit alarming now, and obviously if he's not in this list, I kind of see where this is going.
Yo, what is everyone saying? Welcome to a special episode of the Total 90 Pod. Today we have our top 10 strikers in the world this entire season. It's been a year since our last list, so we're back today to see what players have been omitted, what players have been added, and just seeing what positions they were and any bold statements that were made. Now, when I watched the last video, as well as hearing some mad phrases, I realized that it's actually our 2-year anniversary. So, old tight you guys, love for all the hundreds of thousands of views across TikTok and YouTube and whatever. Joining me today to celebrate, I guess, such an anniversary. I'm going to be nice today because he was having a bit of a hard time yesterday. You know, he had about 10 rounds of bingo without a win, but he's been here since the very first episode. Kurt, how you doing today, sir?
I'm doing well, thank you.
How do you feel knowing that obviously your bingo world record got broken by me on your own stream in one attempt? How do you feel about that?
Was it you?
It was indeed me, yeah.
No, we need to break it again.
Next up, he was a signing in the second season, but he's become a bit of a fan favorite since he joined, what was it, January or so last year. He's now looking to break Mav's appearance record as well. We know he has a very strange eye for strikers, so we'll see what he brings us today. Ali, how you feeling?
I'm good, man. You know, I've got experience with good strikers, very bad strikers, so I feel like I'm well placed to talk about this one.
Yeah. And lastly, if you've seen his clips on Twitter, you'll know this guy is a top striker himself. He's a new signing this season, but you guys are loving him. Hamza, how you feeling, sir?
See, that's my profession. That there, you seen it. Me in front of goal, I'm deadly. Yeah, composure. Oh, this is my part. I've seen it all, and this is why I assess I've got good eyes.
Of course. Kurt hasn't seen these clips yet, so that's why he's not having much of a reaction. But if he sees them, I don't think he'll be keeping as much of a straight face, but it's cool. You guys should know the rules by now, but as always, give me like 30 seconds to explain it quickly, and we can just get straight through. The 4 of us plus 5 mods. Stokes, Yaz, Alfie, Ted, and Haf have given our list of the top 10 strikers in the world this season, based on the usual stuff. Overall football ability, importance to their team, consistency, stats, accolades, blah, blah, blah. You get the point. If someone's top of your list, that gives them 10 points. Second is 9 points. Third is 8 points, so on and so forth. You get the point. Until 10th place on your list gives them 1 point. And then add up everyone's list together in a combined table to get our overall top 10 and a bunch of honorable mentions. Today, there's not many, so we're going to get straight through. That's where we're going to start. Because in 22nd place, he already knows who he is. He's going to start smiling now in a second. Ali, what is Nicholas Jackson doing on this list?
I'll tell you what he's doing. He's getting the respect that he deserves. I feel like even ending up 22nd, maybe it's not the worst position for him, but everybody not even considering for the list shows why I had to put him on the list in 10th place, which I think is a fair spot for him.
Kurt, does he make your top 50?
No, I don't even think he's a striker, to be honest.
What?
Hamza, Nicholas Jackson, you having that?
I don't, bro. How does this guy make it? Like, in terms of like disaster of a striker, that guy should be there. Like,
yeah, fair enough. I hear it. Well, he's only 22nd.
I take my tet over here.
Get out of here, you liar, man. Wait till I hear some of the 10 places in you man's list, and that's when I'll really know what we're talking
They're
about.
all better than Jackson, so don't you worry about that. 21st place, the only other player that has 1 point. For once, it's not me. It's another new signing or a new, I guess, name added to the list. I think Alfie's having a bit of a laugh here. He's given us Jude Bellingham. So he's promoting his agenda of, Bellingham's a striker.
And what, you couldn't have put Jackson number 21 and my man number 22?
No. We had to start with you, bro, as Jackson. Because Bellingham, I'd rather have Bellingham as a striker than Jackson. So that's why I let him have that one. But anyway, the next one, none of us have this guy, actually. So I won't spend much time on him. Maybe Kurt might know a bit about him. I don't know. Another new addition to the list, Brian Brobby is in 20th place. Stokes and Haf put him in. Kurt, do you know much about him?
Yes, he's having a fantastic season, but there's too many good strikers.
Yeah, I agree. So it was Stokes and Half that put him in. Now Half, obviously, he's an avid Eredivisie watcher, so I hear that one. But Stokes definitely, he went on BBC European top scorers and added him in. So fair enough. But one that actually does mention Kurt in this one, 19th. Kurt, welcome to the list. Another new name that wasn't there last year. The majority of these, by the way, of all 21, 14 were not here last year, so mostly new names. 19th place is Dybala.
Wow.
Care to
Some
explain?
I mean, I think you guys got to do some explaining.
I mean, okay, why should he be in the top 10, in your opinion?
I mean, based on ability, I mean, I think he's probably top 7 clear in the list. Again, he's having another spectacular season. Injured as always, so he misses some games here and there. But when he plays, there's not many better than him.
Okay, and I guess it's more of a positional thing. I don't think of it as an ability thing. I get what you're saying. Of course, football-wise, ability, he's better than nearly everyone that is on the 21 names. But I don't know. When I think of like his team, I think of Lukaku as being the striker. Obviously, you can play 2 up top and whatnot, but I don't know. Hamza, you having Dybala?
I can't believe, man. The guy, how? I've seen this guy. He's been poor.
Is it?
I haven't heard his name for a long time now. Like for a year or two. I think he was at Roma. Who does he play for?
Yeah, he plays. I mean, I wouldn't have gone as far as you did. There. I thought like you.
Now, who does he play for now?
No, he's at Roma still, but like.
And does he start for Roma?
When he's fit, of course he starts. Yeah.
And how many goals has he banned?
Oh, bro, you think I'm doing the whole research? All right, say that. Dybala, just for you.
Definitely.
I'm searching his numbers for you, man.
People going on
all competitions, 14 goals.
Okay.
That's respectable, man.
That's not bad. Not bad. So for me, I didn't expect him because
why did you sound so disgusted, man?
Yeah, I haven't heard about him much this year. So
fair enough. Yeah. Well, someone that you have heard about, Hamza, is the next player on our list. You have definitely heard about in 18th place. You're the only one out of the 4 of us that have given him any points, but Yaz has joined you too. Isaac.
Yeah, he has to be there. He's a good striker. There's no doubt about it. Like he's one of the top strikers in Europe. Like in terms of top 15, he makes it the top. Like,
but does he make the top 10? Because that's what the list is. So
yeah, I mean, I give him top 10.
No, in fairness, I had him like 12, 13 ones making my shortlist. So I'm not overly mad at it. Kurt, did you consider?
Yeah, nah, same. So top 15 for sure, but not top 10.
I like it. Maybe a few more numbers we could have got there. Ali, you agreeing on that one?
Yeah, I think injuries kept him out of my list.
Fair enough. That's 18th place anyway. 17th is another new name. None of the 4 of us have him. I've barely watched anything of him recently anyway. Yaz and Haf gave this guy points. It is Kurt's friend UAV, Dennis Undav. Kurt, you been seeing much of him since he's gone to Stuttgart?
He's killing it. So I think, I mean, definitely probably deserves a mention. But again, top 10 is...
Yeah, I can't lie. It's a tough crowd to get into.
The other one was at Brighton.
That's the same one, yeah. The Brighton
top
one.
10, I guess so.
He's bagging goals now, so he's 15 goals, all competitions. Like, again, I'm not watching them, so
fair play to him. It's more than just goals. It takes more than just goals to impress me, man.
Yeah, of course, because your strikers, they don't get goals, that's why. So they need to have other things that impress you, fair enough. 16th place, shameless guy. He sent me his list and he ran away to go and watch England. 16th place is Rasmus Højlund. Of course, Stokes is the one responsible for doing that. Hamza, are you a fan of Højlund?
He's good, but he hasn't impressed me this season. Link up play and all that stuff, but he's not consistent. And there was a point that this guy won a goal drought of like, is it 18 games or something?
I think he went 0013 before he
scoring. How can he be top 10, man? That's it can't be, man. So I don't rate him as a top 10 striker. I think he's top 15, 16.
Cool. Obviously, you're a fan of him, but would you have him this season?
No, I think he'll be there next year for sure, but not this year.
Reasonable. Ali, Højlund, chat to me. You obviously have your opinions on Chelsea and
Yeah,
United
you know what I
forwards.
mean?
And
It took my man like 3-4 months to get going, and all of a sudden he leapfrogged hella man in the Prem for being like a good
I thought
striker.
it wasn't about goals. I thought it wasn't about goals for you.
Yeah, but what was he doing in that time? Like he was just there, bro.
If you say so. Anyway, I'm not going to fight Haaland's case. I don't care enough to fight for Haaland, so no dramas. Our next name was not any of us again, so again, we'll breeze through. Someone that I've seen only clips of. I've not watched him play games. Kurt might have done because he's a Serie A forward. It is Xerxes in 15th place. Can you chat to us about him? Because I only see him in clips, so I'm not going to lie and say like I know enough about him.
Yeah, he was close to making it. Yeah, watch out for this guy. He reminds me a lot of Ibra, the way he plays. But he needs to improve his finishing if he wants to get to the next level. But I think he will, and he will get there. Again, another name I expect to probably be in here next year.
Okay, fair enough. That was Ted, Alfie, and Yaz that had him. So fair play to you guys, I guess, getting your stocks in early, if you will. Ali, welcome back. You're not on your ones this time. You're joined by Ted and Alfie for this one. 14th place, Dominic Solanke.
Yeah, I think he deserves his spot there. You know, when you're doing it in the Prem, scoring the goals in the Prem, it counts more than these men now doing it in the Bundesliga.
You're one of those guys.
It's the truth, though, isn't it? You know what I mean? It's the hardest league in the world. So
you're gonna upset Kurt, bro. He's about to his game.
No, we got to be for real, man. Like, I gotta give him more props. Just wait for him to get that big move.
Kurt, are you ready for Solanke's big move?
Yeah, I have
Speak
no
your
idea
mind.
how
You feel
this guy
free.
gets even anywhere near.
Oh man, Hamza Solanke, you like him?
I think he's mediocre, man.
Mediocre.
I don't think
he's having a nice little patch of goals now. And
yeah, he's one of those guys that you just think, I don't know whether you guys used to watch a player called Darren Bent, but
he was cold. He was whoa. Darren Bent was cold.
Version of Darren Bent.
I don't see it, you know. I'm trying to look. Yeah? I don't see it. Of all the names you're gonna give me,
I don't get impressed with Solanke.
No, but Darren Bent had cold finishing. But fair enough. Anyway, Solanke, 14th place. Now, it's where it starts getting a bit interesting because 13th place is another new name. Kurt, you're here. And I'm joined as well. I'm joining you, rather. It's me and you, along with Ted. No one else has joined us whatsoever. Thuram.
No.
Thuram. Yeah. Now, believe it or not, I have him the highest. I have him one place above you, and then Ted has him in 9th. I believe he is the one responsible for making another striker that we'll talk about maybe at some point look better than he did certainly last year and the years before. I think he's incredible. Obviously, he had a massive stinker in the Champions League, so maybe guys are looking at that and saying, yeah, do you know what? I'm getting out of this one. But from what I've seen of Inter, I do like to hate watch Inter a lot this season. And it's difficult because he's just cooking quite consistently. But you can obviously gas up Thuram more than I can.
Yeah, I mean, okay, this is obviously getting a bit alarming now. And obviously, if he's not in this list, I kind of see where this is going. So, Solanke is in, Jackson's in. Yeah, I mean, okay, I think it would have been better if we just done top 10 Premier League strikers because, I mean, obviously, this is becoming a bit of a disgrace. Yeah, I mean, he's decisively in the list. Signing of the season, whatever happens, free transfer. He's pretty much he's had one bad game all season long. That's the only game he's had that he was bad in. So yeah, I mean, unbelievable play, unbelievable.
We do have representation, of course, from not just the Premier League fans, but we do have your Bundesliga, Eredivisie, and whatnot on the panel, and also Stokes, who is a FIFA fan. But it's interesting that he's not been included. Hamza, Thuram, why haven't you put Thuram in?
I think
is it the Champions League game? Has that turned you off?
Yeah. I think that turned me off completely. Like, I've seen him play. And these guys had a shock as well. I know I haven't watched him constantly, but I'm not. Like, I'm the biggest fan for his father, Lilian Thuram.
Yeah.
For him, I don't know. I think I've got this PTSD back from Germany. and now he's joined Inter Milan. Last couple of games I've not seen. How many goals has he scored, this guy?
12 goals, all competitions, 11 assists. He's doing his job, man. He's doing he's
fair enough. Fair enough. I don't think that top 10. That's oh my God.
I do think he is, man. Oh, okay, his camera bugged out for a second. Yeah, that's what you get, man. Not putting Thuram anywhere. Give him. You back, Hamza? I can see you.
Oh, the Italians tried to take me out. I said that's something about him that I'm not. I don't know. Let me see how he does, but I don't
Fair
think
enough. Fair enough. Ali, you prefer Solanke to him, innit? So that's calm.
Yeah, no, I do, man. I don't know. Like, he's a shout for signing of the season, but there's something missing when I watch my man, innit? Like, he is good, but yeah, no,
that's
disgusting,
to be
man.
honest.
He's just not there for me.
Fair enough. 12th place. This is, I can tell someone against this. This is not going to be very happy at the moment. Not this one, understandably for Thuram, but for this next one, 12th place, another new name has been added to the list by Kurt and Stokes. Nobody else. It's Frosinone man, Vlahovic. Do you want me to defend? I'll defend it. This brother, in any serious game, genuinely, I see him miss about 5 chances, each and every time. He gets suspended for red card or double yellow cards, whatever. Comes back from suspension, he gets suspended again. Can't keep his head. Too many disagreements with his manager. You told us obviously last time that he was, definitely going to be like top 5 or 6 next time. What has happened?
I mean, I got it right. He's top 5, top 6.
He's 12.
I don't know anymore what to really say here. I think, like I said, I'm going to try focus on I'm trying to turn my list in my head to the top 10 Premier League ones because, like I said, it's obviously become that, right? I'm trying to.
I don't think so. You'll see the rest of the name. I don't think
it seems like it. At least I'm struggling to identify. Yeah, I mean, I don't know where Juventus would be without this guy this season. I don't even think they'll be top 10. So yeah, he has to be in there. And obviously, when you talk ability, I mean, yeah, he's definitely top 5 in here. So yeah, he's in the list. Interesting. If he's not, I don't know really what to say anymore.
Just so you know, just to make you feel better, there are a lot more non-Prem strikers than Prem strikers.
We'll see. So I don't know. It doesn't feel like it, but we'll see.
They are in the honorable mentions. Well, I mean, not this next one. We have another one from outside the Premier League that has just missed out. Well, I'll tell you, 10th and 11th are joint. So what I'll do is the player with the most points on the panel is the one that will get in as 10th place. So the one out of the 4 of us that gets more points. So 11th, once again, I don't know why. I'm not really a fan of it, but it seems like I'm on Kurt's side quite a lot so far. We both gave this guy 1 point, and he's made it in 11th place. Had he got 1 more point extra, he would have been top 10. It's Robert Lewandowski. I've obviously been a notorious hater of his. I still am, just to clarify. But within the since let's say February, he's been bagging goals. That it's quite hard to ignore it. Obviously, he had 7-8 goals in the first half of the season, whatever. Not bad. I still have my question marks. I'm not his fan whatsoever, but numbers-wise, I can't ignore what he's doing. A couple of goals he scored are quite nice. He scored some crucial goals for Barca too, but it is what it is. Kurt, why did you have him scrape onto your list?
Yeah, I mean, class is permanent. I think if we started from this calendar year, he'd probably be in the top 3, but yeah, I mean, unbelievable. I can't believe what I'm seeing with this guy in the last couple of months. He turned from pretty much one of their worst players into their best player. And yeah, I mean, testament to the saying that indeed class is permanent.
Yeah, it's mad. If we did, like you said, if we did it based on this year, he'd be like top 5. If we did it literally a month before, he'd be bottom 50 even, which is quite crazy. Ali, again, Solanke, Lewa.
Yeah, no, this one, I've probably put my hands up a little bit on, I think maybe where I've got high expectations for, where he's not reached that, I've disregarded him a little bit, innit? And maybe he's improved a little bit, but just hasn't been on my radar enough as much recently.
Hamza, has Lewandowski been on your radar?
He has. I think he's been on my radar. This year, like I've seen him, like the way he plays. Still, no matter what, he's still a top 10 striker. No matter what, like you've seen him, he scores good goals. He's instrumental for Barcelona being second and competing with Real Madrid and Girona. So he's been absolutely amazing. And in the quarterfinals of the Champions League, without him, I don't think they make it that far. Although he's 30, how old is he? 36?
Probably like 35 or something like that. I'm not sure 100%. I have to check it, but I think he's definitely in his mid-30s. So
yeah, so you can see that he's improved completely as a player.
Just for the record, that's the first player that's come up that was here last year. Last year he was 5th place, so he's dropped down 6 places. Kurt told me he would score 30 league goals, and he only got 23, so unlucky on that one. But it's cool. Before we get into our top 10, as you guys know, we have to go through the names that got votes last year and are not joining us again this time. Now, there are some that are done by other people, so I'm not going to, dwell on them. But if they're voted by one of us, I will, of course, spend some time. So last year, very quickly, 22nd was Lacazette, given by Tyler. 21st was Fulkrug, given by Drew. Alfie put Evan Ferguson in 20th. 19th place, Ali. Sometimes you need some chaos. Darwin Núñez. You stand by that?
I do stand by that. You know what I mean? You can tell by Jackson there's a bit of chaos in there, but Núñez is like the chaos has been going on for too long, innit? It's like I need something now, innit? I need something tangible now, Núñez.
Fair enough. Well, I said he's fun to watch, but he's better off the left. And then Kurt said, I think he'll be on the top 10 list next year. Kurt, what changed? Can you believe he said that?
Nah, but to be honest with you, I mean, he's been better this year than last year. That's for sure. But yeah, for me, not my kind of striker. But he's got the numbers.
Yeah, hear it. 18th was Akpom. That was me. He bagged 25 goals for Middlesbrough. So, fair. Little 7 goals for Ajax, by the way. Still doing all right. 17th was Openda. Stokes and Ali gave us Mitrovic in 16th. Kurt said he shouldn't be top 25, which was interesting. I think that one definitely has, held up his end. So, fair play. Now, this one I'm really intrigued by. 13th place. Kurt, Mav, and Tyler. And I'm going to explain exactly what was said in the video. So I said the guy's name when he was 13th. And Kurt says, this is a farce. And he shook his head in disgust. He's joining a big club soon. And you'll all see he's going to get the respect he deserves very soon. He's very, very cool inside the box. And the way he moves and dribbles is incredible. Kurt, can you think about who you're referring to here?
Nope.
Goncalo Ramos.
Oh.
What do you think about
I called it. Okay, went to PSG. I like this guy still.
Well, you said we're all going to give him the respect he deserves. I'm not sure what...
not that part, but he's got the move to PSG. Watch out, though. End of the season, I think he's now above Colomwani. Should start in the Euros as well. So, not that far off. I still like him.
I've heard you talk about him in stream. I don't think you give him as much praise as you are.
No, I like him. I've said I like him.
Okay, fair enough. 12th place, Ali and some of the mods put Jonathan David. He was talking about being on the hunt for a striker and yapping. Get that guy out of here. 11th, me, Stokes, and Alfie. There's no hands up because for last year it was justified. It was Balogun. Now, obviously, I had to gas him to get the price tag up in it. So love for that 40 million, Monaco. Appreciate it. We'll move on. 10th place. This was a controversial one. Kurt, Mav, and Drew put Rashford. Kurt had him in his top 5 even, which is obviously remarkable given the fall off that he's had now. Ali said no way he can't play with his back to goal. They had the whole argument, Kurt and Stokes, about whether or not it's going to be sustainable next year, blah, blah, blah. And I said this brother spends 90% of a game doing nothing, and he goes on back to 25-yard banger. And he did it again against City now, so fair play. I don't think it's a hands up for Rashford. I feel like, based on last year, no one's crazy for having him in, so that's fair. Now, a name that I didn't really want to get to today, because it's sad that I've not got to see him again. In 9th place last year was Gabriel Jesus. He was influential and transformative last season, guys. But unfortunately, due to some injuries, he's not making it. But Kurt, you remember Pink Kit Jesus? What a player, right?
yet again, one way or another, I'll always be right. I'm wondering what his next club is going to be. I think I have a feeling Napoli. We should be a down.
So how come for stuff like that you can say yet again I'm right? Well, he's been injured for the majority of it, but in Rashford, there's no yet again nothing.
No, but Rashford, I was right. I even said about Rashford, it's not going to be sustainable. I was very adamant about it's not going to be sustainable. But you had to put him there because I mean, he was unbelievable.
The last three names, 8th place last year was Kolo Muani. That was Stokes and Mav. Stokes put him 5th, so I don't know. He must have had some cold evolutions on FIFA or whatever. Although he did slightly cook because Stokes said he's gonna get a move for 100 million in the summer, and we were laughing at him saying, "What are you waffling about?" He went PSG for 90 M. So, hey Stokes, fair play. Now, Kurt was speaking about Goncalo Ramos and taking over Kolo Muani, whatever. Let me tell you what Kurt said about Kolo Muani last year. He's going to be amazing. And he's going to be there next year for sure because he plays like his brother, Kylian. Kurt, what do you think about that?
Yeah, I got it wrong if I said that. I don't believe I said that. But, yeah.
You had to say sorry for one of them. They couldn't both land, so fair enough. I said, whatever goal he scored in Bundesliga, you got to half it before I can take it seriously. So fair. That was Kolo Muani. 7th place, understandable, was Benzema. That was Stokes and Tyler. He's on his way out now, so one last mention before we never speak about him again. And 6th place, everyone except Mav had Ivan Toney.
Oh, yeah. Some people had this guy high, I remember. Really high. I didn't understand the
fact that... I think he deserved to be that high.
No. He was never that high. Like, not in the world. In Premier League, but not in the world.
But I feel like the world wasn't really, like, firing with strikers the rest of the world wasn't really firing at that. I think it was reasonable. But you were there talking about where was Ivan in the World Cup? Where was he in the Champions League? As if that's, like, his fault or something. But, it's cool. Never. No dramas. Well, we now get back to our top 10. So you'll be pleased to know, obviously, there were no Arsenal names mentioned. So for anyone that keeps on crying that I try and force in Arsenal players, I could have maybe given a little shot to Havertz, but I remain sensible. I take these lists very seriously. 10th place, another new name. Ali is the only one that put this guy in out of the 4 of us, along with some mods. So the floor is all yours, Ali. I want to know what you've been seeing when you've been watching Gyokeres.
Oh, I've been scouting him for Chelsea, man. The guy is a beast. The guy is
on beast. YouTube or on television?
On YouTube and highlights. I ain't watching Lisbon live. Come on, man. Let's be realistic. But the guy is an absolute beast, isn't it? He's got technical ability. He can score. You know what I mean? And he's quite strong. That's my kind of striker. He's going to end up at a big team real soon, and I think they'll see that I was right on this one still. I'm happy to take this one alone so I can take all the plaudits alone as well.
Well, I know Kurt is a fan of his, but I think he'd probably have the same view as me, which is doing it in Liga NOS is a bit different to get into a top 10, right?
Yeah, I like him. I'm not entirely sold yet, though. Seems he's got really good qualities, but I think he's got bad ones as well. But it'd be interesting to see him if he moves.
Yeah, I think a lot of people, they do this thing where it's like, he might go on to be incredible, innit? I'm going to say with chess, I haven't watched even one game of his, so I can't talk too much. But I feel like people get carried away because he's got that cold celebration. They talk about him like he's the perfect choice to go to Arsenal or United or whatever. And I'm thinking, bro, I know you've not watched him, so why are you pretending? If you've not watched him, just say, yo, he looks cool in these clips, and that's it. But fair play. Hamza, do you know anything about Gyokeres?
He looks like a good striker, and he's got that celebration that's cold. I don't know sometimes.
Yeah, you see what I'm talking about?
Exactly what you're talking about.
This guy was muted. Why is Gyokeres cold? Yeah, they come and start doing this, bro.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
He's doing that, bro. Why is Gyokeres good? Yeah, he does that. Fair enough.
But he scored some good goals. I've seen him in front of goal. But he's Swedish, is he? He's from Sweden.
Yeah.
And he doesn't start for Sweden, does he?
Because I don't.
He does now. I think they start with both.
Both strikers. Wow, so they do look good, man.
Yeah, no, fair enough. Listen, like I said, you might make it there next year. I'm not gonna put someone that I've literally never watched even one game of. If I've watched even one game, I can squeeze a spot for you, but not with 0. We go to 9th place. This is yet again another name that wasn't here last year, and rightly so, because he wasn't a striker last year, and he was terrible last year as well. Only me, out of the 4 of us, or only I rather, out of the 4 of us have included him, but a lot of the mods have given him a lot of points. I give him 3 points. Heung-min Son. Ooh. You guys aren't having Son as a striker this season, no?
Nah, I don't think he's a striker. I don't like him striker.
More of a winger.
You don't like. So where do you like him? Because he's been terrible as a winger for like a year and a half now.
He's a winger. He's not. He had a bad season last year, but when he played wing this season, he was better than a striker. The best they looked. Definitely, the best they looked was Richarlison. No, the best they've looked was Richarlison up front, Son on the left.
Oh no, I don't know about that. I think, and I'm not a Spurs fan, so I don't really care enough to like fight his corner too much. But as a man of honesty, Son at striker is superior to Son as a winger. Like he clearly had fell off. He's had one good game that I can remember as a winger, and that was against Trippier. So yeah, I don't know about that. Ali, no space for Son.
Yeah, he didn't just quite register as a striker in my head when I was thinking of the strikers to put in my list. So I think that I still see him as a winger, innit? He has had some good games, and I think he is actually a very efficient striker. But in my head, he still comes out as a winger, man.
Fair enough. This one, I'm not too happy about it as we go to 8th place. Ali and Hamza have this player in. We are going to the Premier League. We are staying in the Premier League. I get it. Numbers, they're cool. But 8th place in a worldwide strikers video. Why do we have Ollie Watkins, Hamza?
I think his season, man. Listen, he's a second top scorer in the Premier League. He's shown levels this season. He's scoring goals. He's carrying Aston Villa. Listen, because he plays for Villa, no one's putting him up there. When you're putting this kind of Gyokeres who for Sporting Lisbon, you have to put Ollie Watkins. He's got 16 goals already in the Premier League. Not bad.
Gyokeres has doubled that, and I've not put him in. So
Gyokeres has got how many? 32 goals.
Yeah, something like that. He's got all competitions 36 goals.
36 goals.
Yes.
Goals. So yeah. Damn, I should have put that guy in there.
Purely off numbers with 0 games watched. This guy is shameless, bro. What's wrong with this guy? Kurt, Ollie Watkins, chat to me. Obviously, I think we have a similar view on this one, where the numbers, it's annoying how much he's bagging. I just don't think he's that good.
Yeah, nah, he's not that good. Again, I guess he gets because he plays in the Premier League. I mean, no other explanation or reason why he should be in a top 10 list. I don't see it.
So is the Premier League not the best league in your opinion?
Yeah, but again, I mean, if you look at the Premier League this year especially, I don't understand how goals against Sheffield United, Burnley, Everton, or whoever is worth as much as,
it's not easy.
Or should be worth more than. It has some really, really bad.
It's not easy to score goals against some of these teams because they just sit back and it's hard to break them down, man.
It's the same as every other.
I think if you can score goals in the Prem, you can score goals anywhere, and that doesn't translate elsewhere.
I disagree.
Maybe. The thing with Watkins, the thing with Watkins for me is the last, let's say 3 months or so. Yeah, bear in mind we're talking about title race for a long while. These Villa people. You look at all the games against, let's say, City, Arsenal, United, like whatever you want to class as the good teams in this league, nothing's happened in the last few months. He disappeared. Villa have won some big games, by the way, but Watkins, it wasn't because of him. It was in spite of him missing however many chances he wanted to miss. So I don't like it. Again, against England, against Brazil rather, you give him a couple chances, the ball's flying over the stadium. So it's not my kind of striker, man. I don't want a striker that requires like 10 chances to score, and he's not that good on the ball either. Like if you have other qualities, I can let you off. You know, I like some players like that, but if you don't really have much to your game, nah, no, thank you. But there we go. That's 8th place. 7th place. I'm not the only one. Hamza's put him in as well. I don't know. Based on what Hamza's telling me today, I'm getting a bit scared. Hamza's striker knowledge, it's worrying me a little bit today, but he's joining me on this one with Guirassy. 24 goals, all comps. And I must say, when he was on that hot streak, I locked into 2 games. And the goals he was scoring, it's not even like, obviously every goal is worth the same. But I think there was a spell of like 11, 12 goals straight where they were all bangers. Like there were volleys, bullet headers, finesse from outside the box. Even his penalties, he was dinking it and doing crazy stuff. So I feel like someone like that, for your first, I guess breakout season for everyone to know about you, that is very impressive. He's got more league goals than games played as well. Kurt, did you consider him?
Nah. I mean, the 10 I have, I can't put him ahead of those 10, any of them.
Interesting.
There's a massive discrepancy in ability. I mean, he's 27. You know, like we're acting as well. Like, I mean, he came.
No. I say breakout as in like for us to know, like
well,
no
yeah,
one knew
that's what I'm saying. But he's 27. So again, I think he's of course, credit to him, unbelievable. But I don't think it's gonna last.
Fair enough.
Yeah,
we'll see. Hamza, why do you have Guirassy on your list?
Guirassy, I think this season he's performed well for Stuttgart, isn't it? So I've seen him the way he scored goals and he's elevated his status. Like now everyone's watching Guirassy and the Sporting Lisbon strikers as good talents upcoming. So I think he's done well this season in the Bundesliga. He's highly rated in Bundesliga and he's done very well.
Ali, you gonna get him onto your list of strikers for Chelsea, or you're good now? You got Jackson. You don't need.
Got Jackson.
Anything else.
Got Gyokeres coming in. You know what I mean? What was it you said about Bundesliga goals? You got half them. You know what I mean?
That's half it. That's fine. Yeah, half it. But we still got more than Jackson, so we're calm.
Well, just about. Just about.
Fair enough. That 7th place, Guirassy. I get everyone's logic in that one. Now into 6th place is the first time that all 4 of us have a player in, but he's low down because none of the mods have him except Alfie, and he was 14th place last year, so he's gone up 8 places. It's Antoine Griezmann. I would say from early, I had him in, but I got him the lowest out of the 4 of us, purely because in my initial thinking of when I deep Atleti, I'm thinking of Morata as the striker, and then Griezmann is sort of just behind, if you will. Or in a 2 striker, we think of our good friend Memphis Depay. So I had him in my top 10.
Well, that makes it even worse. I think it's better not having him in the list than having him really low, because if you're going to have him in the list, he's decisively top 5 this year. He's a striker. He plays in a 2 striker formation, and I don't see how he's not top 5. I think it's very clear. I don't know who you can put ahead of him apart from the obvious 4 that would make any sense in my head.
Fair enough. Ali, you got him just outside your top 5. So
yeah, man.
Take this one from me, pal.
He's solid, man. It's Griezmann. He's always been there, isn't it, in terms of the top players around. I feel like now he's a bit more central, and he might be a bit of a second striker, but he's getting goals and he's linking up play up there. So I think you got to give him his credit.
Yeah. Again, I'm honestly not mad at it. Maybe looking afterwards, I probably could have put him up a little bit. I wouldn't be overly mad at that, but it is what it is. I make my list. I don't change it based on when I see everyone else is coming through. So there we go. Blame. You know what's actually funny? Last year, only one person had Griezmann in their list, and that was Stokes. He was fighting valiantly for him, and Kurt said there's no such thing as position modifiers in real life, so you can't have him. Now Stokes has bottled it. He's got scared. He didn't want to get laughed at, so he's not put Griezmann. Again, that's it. So, fair enough. These men don't have Antoine Griezmann in there. Hamza, do you like Griezmann?
He's a top player, man. He's got this elegance with him, like whenever he plays, the way he hits the ball, the way he strikes the ball, the way he links up play. He has everything as a striker. I think up front you will trust someone like him up front, like he'll get you the goals. Unfortunately, obviously the reputation at Barcelona ruined his rep a bit. He's trying to build it up.
Yeah, now he's very tenacious too. You'll see him on the edge of the other box at times, winning the ball back. That's why sometimes I forget even that he does play as a striker at times. So that's why, again, I weighted it accordingly. But there we go. We get into our top 5. Let's see what happens here. This is a man who was on the podium last time. He's dropped down to 5th, understandably. He's missed quite a few games. I think he had 10 games out, not even through injury, where he was away from his club at AFCON. It's Osimhen. Kurt, we'll start with you on Osimhen. Obviously, you have him the lowest. I guess chat to us about the fall off. Is it purely because of the games, or do you think he's fell off as a footballer as well?
No, it's obviously the managers he's played under this year as well. We always have to factor that in. And yeah, I mean, Napoli have been a complete mess, but yeah, I'm sure he's going to absolutely crush it next season, whichever club he joins. And yeah, he's missed games. That's it, but still banging goals. So yeah, still a top striker.
Ali, let me guess. Gyokeres, Solanke, Osimhen's joining the bridge as well, yeah?
Yeah, he is another striker that I'm having talks with, but you know what I mean? I'm a little bit not convinced by him. I've got some doubts about Osimhen, but I'll take the punt on him because he knows how to find the back of the net, innit? But he's not the prettiest footballer to watch at times.
What are the doubts you have?
The fact that it seems like he's not polished, innit? I can see him coming Chelsea and just struggling to trap a ball, get the ball under control, get the ball in the back of the net, like, you know what I mean? He's just a little bit rough at times. Maybe a bit.
Let me read you Ali's names so far that we've listed. Nicholas Jackson, Solanke, Watkins, Gyokeres. These are all polished to you, yeah? Like
they're a bit more like Osimhen's meant to be further along in his career and his development than these men. These men are all like kind of breaking through and having their best like season right now. Whereas Osimhen, it feels like he's regressed a little bit. And not even regressed. I just feel like what I'm seeing from him isn't of the reputation that he's got in terms of his ability on the ball. I just think he might just be a goal scorer.
No. I from day one, yeah, when there was those Osimhen Vlahovic arguments back in the day, well, I was saying Osimhen will lead Napoli to the title, and I was correct on that, by the way. The way this guy, I think he hassles defenders more than arguably any pure 9 in the world even. I'm not saying he's better than every other 9. Obviously, I've not put him as number 1. But purely when it comes to just chasing the ball into channels, at the corner flag, left backs, right backs, they're all panicking at the sight of Osimhen wearing that mask of his.
Yeah, but Darwin Núñez does that as well. You know what I mean? It's like...
Yeah, but Osimhen is a bagsman as well. And aerially, he's dominant too. In the air, you give him the ball, any ball that's crossed even 2 meters into the sky, he's winning that. So it's not just that. I'm not saying his only quality is chasing defenders. I'm saying that's something that makes him stand out from already the top level of strikers. I'm not talking about the Darwin Núñez, bro. If I'm talking about pressing defenders, I'll put Jesus there as well. But I can't do that anymore, innit? So it's like, it is what it is. Hamza, are you an Osimhen fan?
Osimhen, he's a good striker. I think he's one of the top 5 strikers in the world. No doubt about it. Like, the standards obviously has fallen off, but he did it last season. This season, he hasn't done it as good as last season. I don't know his goal scoring for Serie A this season.
He's got 13 goals all competitions, but he's played like 17 in the league or whatever. So
17, yeah? 13 and 17. Not bad. Watkins is doing better, is it? 16 goals, not bad.
We're not going back to Ollie. I'm not having a conversation about Osimhen. I have to hear Ollie Watkins in the same comment. That is never ever flying on here.
And for Nigeria, they didn't win the thing, the AFCON.
Nah, but it wasn't it. Okay, he wasn't within the final, to be fair. I can't lie. He wasn't within the final. But it wasn't his fault that they lost, in my opinion. But there we go. We get into our top 4. 4th place. This is a man who was on our list last time, but he was 15th. So it's quite the come up from 15th up to 4th. Lautaro Martinez.
15th? He was
15th last year. Yeah, you were the only one that had him. No one else joined him.
Apologizing, 15th. That's crazy. But
so what has changed for you in your opinion, or rather, what do you see now that everyone else is seeing?
He's gone up a level. That's what happens with players. They develop. People forget he's still young. So and there was room for growth, and he's gone up a level which I don't even think I thought he could reach. But I'm extremely happy that he has been able to, and I think he can get even better actually, because from what I'm seeing, there is room for improvement, of course. So yeah, I think I'm unbelievable player.
Yeah, I think he's one that I've reluctantly had to just say, yeah, you know what, this season, like he's doing a lot better than certainly last year. I can't lie about that. However, last year, me and Stokes did ask questions about him in big games, and Stokes has personally messaged me today to say that he's still concerned about Lautaro in big games. They're calling him Salernitaro these days. What do you think about that, Kurt?
But then you can make the same point for Haaland, right? So, but a goal against Sheffield United is worth more against than a goal against Salernitana. I don't understand that logic about strikers.
I think Haaland scored against Arsenal, United.
So Arsenal, United, but Lautaro scored against Milan, Champions League semi-final, scored against Juventus. I mean, Yeah, I don't understand that. You know, like I said, I get why people say that, because if you only watch him in certain, yeah, I mean, the World Cup he played injured, so that's people's opinion of him. And obviously against, I mean, Atletico, he didn't score, even though he played fantastic in both matches. But people will now judge on if he scored or not. But
so you don't believe there's even a slight concern with him in big games? You don't think there's like any issue at all?
I mean, he's a different type of striker. He's a two-striker player. So it's not, his objective is not always to score goals. It's to do everything. He can't take penalties.
Gabriel Jesus said that you'd be shouting at him, but fair enough. That's no problem.
Jesus said what?
If Jesus said something about it's not his objective to score goals, you'd have yelled at him. But
wait, where did I say? I mean, a striker's objective is to score goals, but in big games,
you said this is not his main objective. That's what.
I mean, he plays in a two-striker formation, so he has to do everything. Against Atletico was a perfect example. He put two players through one-on-one. I mean, that to me counts almost as much, because he done his job. Then it's about finishing. But yeah, I mean, I'm calm. I mean, he's gonna have a record-breaking season here. We're looking for the record now. Higuain's record. We're chasing it, and he's still in contention, of course, for the Ballon d'Or, based on the Copa America as well for Argentina. So
for the TikTok, so top 5 Ballon d'Or this season, you're saying?
Who, Lautaro? Oh yeah, comfortable.
There we go. Ali, what do you think about you saying that Lautaro last year wouldn't get as many goals as Mitrovic in the Premier League? What do you think about you saying that?
Still, bear in mind, this is Mitrovic last. Mitrovic is a striker that was built for the Premier League. Bear in mind, isn't it? Like, let's be real. The way he plays is perfect for the Premier League, and there's doubts whether Martinez, his style, could adapt to the Premier League. But he does have all the ingredients of a very good striker. It's just that sometimes it doesn't show in it, and I feel like now he's showing it a bit more. So I'll give him his props. I'll put him where he belongs to be.
I'm glad you said that about Mitrovic, because you actually then said, when we're talking about Lautaro to Chelsea, he said, nah, I'm fine. I'd rather keep Havertz. You stand by that one?
Well, no, bring me Martinez, right?
Fair enough. We'll go then to our top 3. Here we go. Bronze medal. It was second last time, so he's dropped 1 space. It's Kylian Mbappe. Now, he's third because all of us have him in our top 2, but Stokes hasn't got him at all.
Wow.
Neither does Ted or Alfie. They've completely omitted Mbappe as a striker. Obviously, I'll start with Kurt on this one because we had the conversation about Mbappe, where he plays and that. So you are, I guess, of the concrete belief now he is a striker out and out.
No. I think he's a better winger than a striker.
Okay.
It's just he's forced to play there, I think, because of the way PSG are playing. But yeah,
your boys are bad as well. Goncalo and Colomwani, they aren't cooking.
Colomwani is definitely bad, but it's also a breakthrough to Barcola, who has been like unbelievable for PSG. So he's playing striker, but I think he's a better winger than a striker.
Fair enough. Hamza, Mbappe, chat to me.
Yeah, he's one of the, obviously he's second, man. Second best striker in the world by far. Like, no doubt.
You had to clarify that. He's definitely second. There's definitely one guy better than him. But
the thing is, he's elite. And the fact that Madrid, who call themselves the most elite club, have been chasing him and they got rejected and they chased him and he's making them wait, shows the level he is.
Yeah.
But the problem is he plays as a winger sometimes. So I understand what people say. When he goes to Madrid, that's the question people are saying. Vinicius might be benched for him because he will play anywhere he wants. That's his position. And as a striker, he still scores big goals. And you know one thing about him? He's a moments player. He loves big moments.
Yeah.
Unlike Lautaro, I don't think Lautaro does it. This guy is a moment player, you know. And Madrid, that's what they would love. Madrid is a moments team. There's no bigger.
The worst thing is, you had Kurt nodding his head like that. Like, Hamza, you're cooking, bro. At long last, Hamza's cooking.
I was with him until the moments. I don't know about the moments thing.
That moment, that part, the big game.
I think he means he's a big game player rather than
big game
moment. I think is the wording, because the moment sounds like a Rashford, where like you do nothing the whole game and then you're
big game moments. This is
I get what you mean. You're talking more like iconic moments kind of players. What you're trying to say. I get what you mean.
Yeah.
Kurt actually last year said the next time you see this guy play striker, because he wasn't that interested in, whatever, The next time you see him play striker will be when he's Cristiano Ronaldo's age. So I don't think that's happened because he's playing striker now. And
the plan wasn't like that. He started on the wing. He plays from the wing for France as well. So I don't know. That wasn't the plan.
We'll see what happens at Madrid, I guess. Ali, I'm not even going to ask you about the bridge because you ain't got that kind of money, so you're good.
We ain't got that kind of
Mbappe
clout
fan?
either. Yeah, no.
You definitely don't.
I actually prefer him at striker because I feel like even though he is a better winger, he doesn't do enough defensive work the other way in it, which lets him down and lets the team down at times when he's on the wing. So I feel like at striker is probably his most effective position all round. And if you're talking everybody on this list, if you could pick one player, everyone's going to pick Mbappe in it. So he's got to be right up there. For me, anyway.
I would agree with you. I don't think everybody would agree. Bear in mind, you have a Man City fan on the screen and another one that is a fan of the other players.
He's lying to himself, really and truly, innit? But we all know he'd stop him right now.
Hamza, I'll pose a question to you then. If you could swap Haaland and Mbappe right now, would you do it?
No.
Lies.
I'll tell you why. See, the problem is I need a number 9. And I've said it before, like a number 9 that will win me a treble. I don't think many strikers win me that treble. A lot of great players have never won it. Never won that great. I can mention greatest strikers in the world, R9 and all that stuff. So he delivers one of the major trophies, and it's because he's banging goals, 50 goals.
Yeah, nice. He
doesn't score in the final, but he will take it to the final. And even if he takes it to the final, Kurt knows that what he did was smart. That he drugged like 5 players into the box, allowed people to leave Rodri behind.
And it's Rodri!
You need to relive that, Hamza.
Yeah, I hear it. So last year, Stoke said that obviously Mbappe is better than Haaland at everything, but that Haaland will most likely win City a Champions League and a Premier League. So fair play, Stokes. I guess they call it the clock is right twice a day or whatever. He did win them the Champions League and Premier League. So, fair play to him. And I guess speaking of that guy, in second place, we do have Erling Haaland. Second place, believe it or not. He was our winner last time. He has dropped down to second. Kurt, you had him in first place. So what do you think about that?
I'm very surprised to see him not first. I mean, obviously he had the injury, so he's not having as good of a season as last season numbers wise. But he's the best number 9 on the planet, and now as we head into the most important part of the season, he'll be there. And looking to do something which Hamza summed it up there with the treble. Imagine he does a back-to-back one. That'd be something.
I think Havertz will have something to say about that one. That's what I'm going to say. We'll see you 31st March. The only 2 people that have him in first is actually Kurt and Hamza. Everyone else has got him second or third, which I think maybe is the injuries this season as well. But
that's shameful. I believe that's shameful. Tell us
why it's shameful.
If you asked random guys off the street, he's the best. If you ask who's the best striker in the world, Haaland. Everyone
random guys on the street.
The fact that someone had him third is embarrassing. Beyond embarrassing.
Then call me embarrassing. Then that's fine.
So it's you.
No, it's not only me, by the way. Someone else is being a bit quiet.
How can you have Erling Haaland and he's the best striker in the world?
Okay, I'm gonna say number 1 because
I want to see who's this number 1.
You have. What do you mean you want to know? You know who it is. So in second place was with 80 points was Erling Haaland with 81 points. So 1 point more. In first place is Harry Kane.
Oh my God.
Okay, what do you think about that, Hamza?
It's a joke. Harry Kane, what a joke of failure. Oh my God.
Okay, I agree. Failure. He went there. He's not bagging any trophy. Whoa, he's going to get knocked out Champions League.
He's responsible for Bayern's collapse. Whether you guys say he's a striker, Erling Haaland gets me a treble. This guy goes there and brings them the curse of banging goals, but it leads to nothing. They're out the cup competition in German league. They're already second. They might not even win anything. This might be the most embarrassing Bayern Munich side in history. And guess who was the signing? Your best striker in the world, Harry Kane. When my guy came to sign, he gets a treble. What are we doing here?
I agree with you. The only issue is, had Haaland maybe been fit for an extra month, that I would have flipped it a little bit, or even 3 weeks, I would have flipped it. But I just think the issue is he had a long time out, and Kane has bagged 37 goals, regardless of the fact that I don't like him that much or compared to, like, let's say Mbappe or whatever. But his own job in bagging goals, he's doing that. You can't really argue with it that much. But I also agree, maybe big moments when they were playing against Leverkusen, he was kind of just jogging around, doing nothing. Even his debut, I remember, he came on thinking he was going to go crazy. It was the Super Cup or whatever the German version is called. Yeah, I wasn't too keen. But Ali,
let me say the other thing I was going to say quickly.
Like, feel free.
If I said it to City fans, like, if this guy had signed for Man City, there's no chance for winning a treble.
Oh, that's a lie, man.
I am so confident. I used to say to them, this guy drops back, whatever it is he does. This guy is a calamity, like, for you, because he wants every football team just to play alongside him. He's a selfish, self-centered player. I don't like him. I dislike him. And you'll see, England will not win the Euros because of him. He's the guy that I want to see. He's like Raul Gonzalez Blanco used to play for Spain, and everyone used to pass to him. And Aragones had to come in and say, yo, this guy is out my team. And they slandered Aragones. And they had to bring a guy that probably is not involved and say, yo, I'm picking David Villa, a guy from Valencia. And they won in the Euros and win the World Cup. So England has to drop. I've told people, England have to drop these self-centered players of Harry Kane. And
you're dropping Kane from England, yeah? 100%. Who's playing?
If I know, he will not do it.
Are you bring in Solanke or Watkins?
Listen, I prefer to have Watkins because I know players. Because players like Saka don't feel that they need to pass to him every single time. I think he intimidates players like Bellingham, Saka. They just feel they're not free anymore. They feel you have to feed Harry Kane. You have to feed Harry Kane. And I think football is 11 man. And that's the responsibility that England need to make. And that's how can you vote this guy? End of the season, I hope you change your mind.
We'll see. My favorite thing, about when Hamza speaks is for the first 20 seconds, he's got Kurt doing like that. And then slowly but surely, I watched Kurt's face go from nodding my head to then I see his brain. I'm thinking, what is this guy yapping about? Because I know he hates David Villa and he's definitely not buying that. It's
it's a shame. I was with you, Hamza. I was with you. I mean, it's a valid point.
Every time.
There is a difference between Kane and Haaland, and it's important that there is that distinction. I'm always one that doesn't like going on about judging players on what they win, because more often than not, and especially in Harry Kane's case, I think this year he's the last to blame. But there's no denying that, I mean, he's gone there and they're not going to win anything. And Haaland went and won a treble. So I don't understand how Kane gets in ahead of Haaland. I don't get that, but.
Fair enough. Well, you'll be pleased to know, like I said, Ali had neither Kane or Haaland as his number one, so there you go. But Ali, you move back in. Should you be starting for England, yeah?
Of course, come on, man. I think we all know Hamza flips his opinion as soon as someone's about to put on a Man City kit. Because let's be real in it. Kane's got more to his game than Haaland. That's just the truth of it. He's a better goal scorer, innit? But you're not going to tell me if Kane joined Man City, they wouldn't have won that treble. You don't need 50 goals.
But Ali, Jesus got more to his game than
he doesn't.
Haaland.
He doesn't necessarily. Jesus doesn't have goal scoring. Jesus is completely missing goal scoring. Kane has goals. He'll score you goals for sure. He might not score you 45, 50 goals. No, you can do that at Man City.
I'm not keen on it.
Allianz Arena. You need to go there and win.
I've been very polite, not bringing Arsenal players, and now we're having to slander.
If other men were missing some of the chances that Haaland was missing, like Haaland can do what he does because he plays for Man City, innit? You can't do that at other teams and not contribute in the ways that he doesn't.
What did Kane do in the Champions League final? What did he do in the Carling Cup final against Man City?
He's like 5 years ago. He's calm. Hamza, you're right.
He's not playing for Man City. He's not playing for a dominant side like Man City, where all he literally has to do is put the ball in the back of the net. He's doing what he needs to do.
He's playing for Bayern now, to be fair.
And look how many goals he's scoring, man. You're being very harsh on Harry Kane. He's England's captain. Have some respect.
No, I'm not having respect for him. But anyway, he won by 1 point. So maybe had it not been for injuries, would have inflicted. I don't know. We'll have to wait and see. But I'm going to quickly go through what our top 10 was in case, whatever. You're going to see everyone's list on your screen. So as always, feel free to cook whoever you want to cook. I don't mind. 10th place was Gyokeres. 9th place, Heung-min Son. 8th. Don't know how Ollie Watkins made his way on here, but I guarantee you he will not be here next year. 7th, Guirassy. 6th, Antoine Griezmann. 5th, Osimhen. 4th, Lautaro Martinez. 3rd, Mbappe. 2nd, Second place, Erling Haaland. And in first place, Harry Kane. There you have it. Hopefully you man enjoyed. Leave a like, do the usual stuff. Comment your top 10s. As per usual, we'll see how this gets on again in the next year. Like I said, love for all the views and likes and shares and blah, 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 blah. Have a wonderful weekend in a bit. Bosh.